And for the premier sports talk experience, tap into our Roku channel. Start your mornings with Mac and Jack covering all the weekend sports action. Then pour a cup and enjoy all the sports you can drink on the Coffee and Sports podcast. At midday, talk sports from east to west on the Coast to Coast podcast. Followed at night by some hot girl talk with Prim and Proper Sports featuring Sonia Pearson. Talk boxing on the Gloved Fist. Yankee fans tune in for Start Spreading the News. And there's more on the College Sports Huddle and Sports Scope with Robert Butler. And that's just a sampling. There are 20 podcasts in all and 70 weekly shows giving us a 3.4-star viewer rating. To find us on Roku TV, search for National Streaming Sports on the Roku search bar. Click on the logo and you're in. For laptops, mobile phones, and tablets, download the Roku app. National Streaming Sports, live and on demand, sports talk for America.
Football season is here, and SeatGeek is my go-to for buying tickets. Now, with SeatGeek, every single ticket is backed with their buyer guarantee. We've all had plans change, and when you can't make it to the big game, SeatGeek has you covered. They're the only ticketer that allows you to return your tickets ahead of the event for credit with SeatGeek swaps. So when things come up, I know that my tickets won't go to waste. So what are you waiting for? Download the SeatGeek app to maximize your possibilities and shop live events with confidence.
That's right, folks. The debate show is back here on Saturday as we take a break from the memory show. Of course, we'll be debating some of the older topics here and there, so you'll get your taste of history too. I'm your host, Mac, with your co-host, Jack Hirsch. Jack, you know, there's a lot of things going on in football, and one of the things is the Baltimore Ravens again get knocked out of the playoffs, no chance for a Super Bowl. And with that, I was wondering, who do you think is the most popular Baltimore Raven of all time?
Well, you know, it would have to be, I think, Ray Lewis, okay, because he had such a big presence. And when you look at the most popular Raven of all time, you look to see who won a Super Bowl. You look to see a Super Bowl winning team, and you could look at the current Raven team, and you could say, you know, Lamar Jackson's pretty popular. He's won a couple of MVPs. He might win another one this year. It hasn't been announced yet. I don't think he will. I think it'll go to Josh Allen. But some people think Lamar Jackson has a shot at winning it. And imagine he won his third MVP award. That's legendary, Mac. I mean, yeah. 2 MVPs is high-profile stuff as is. So Lamar Jackson is a very popular Raven, but he's got to win that Super Bowl at some point. Ray Lewis was the emotional leader of those Raven teams. People would rally around Ray Lewis, and he would have to be the most popular Raven of all time. We're not talking about the Baltimore Colts. We're not going back in the day. We're talking about the Baltimore Ravens when they came into existence, moving from Cleveland to this time. Yeah, it would have to be Ray Lewis.
I mean, that's a great point. I didn't think about that because the Baltimore Colts, of course, you'd have to take in consideration Johnny Unitas, right? Ray Lewis is a very popular Raven. But like everything else, good morning, Richard. Glad to have you with us. But like everything else, as things get older, or players get older and the history gets older, we start forgetting about them, right? We forget how great Wilt Chamberlain really was until somebody ties or breaks his record. We forget how great Otto Graham was. We forget how great some of the quarterbacks and running backs and that were. I mean, you know, we had some young kid on the show one time didn't even know who Jimmy Brown was. Now that's unacceptable for a sports podcaster, but still, I mean, you know, I know he could have named today's running backs, no problem at all. And I think it starts as things, you know, get older, the times change. Larry Bird was great. Dr. J was great. All of a sudden, you know, we start talking about more about, you know, Jason Tatum and we start talking about Jaylen Brown